Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here today very much to our event. My name is Astrid Duranviel, and I'm the current president of Rotaract Mediterranean. Rotaract Mediterranean is an MDIO, a multi-district organization that gathers the 18 countries around the Mediterranean area with a lot of district members. And unfortunately, we're here today after an earthquake that happened in Croatia. And we're here today with Monica on the side, that is the DRR of Croatia, District 1913. So, Monica, if you want to say a word for the opening.
Thank you, Astrid. Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank everyone for taking their time for this good cause. It means a lot to our whole district, and it really means a lot to the people and the all affected area that we are taking this great initiative. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica. So I believe most of you have heard. If you not have heard of it, there was a very big earthquake in Croatia last 29th of December, and consecutively to it, we built an action with the District 1913, the Rotaract Mediterranean. Most of you know and maybe already helped on our last action with Beirut, with the project Beirut Stay Strong, where we actually rebuilt more than 12 houses and having 11 still in construction. So thank you very much for trusting us through the initiative of our MDIO. And we hope very much that today you will be felt strength and that you will show support to this new initiative that was carried by the District of Croatia with us. And without any other time, we will present a video that will feature you more the situation and also what we want to do on the field. So yeah, by the way of the video, we wanted to say that we're always here to. Oh, perfect. Thank you very much for this introductional video. So I hope you know more and understand more the importance of our short 45 minutes event today. You also have the donation link below that will always stay here. So don't forget to maybe click on it. And if you want to make a donation, we'll be more than happy about it. Through all this time, we will explain you what is being done on the field already and also the project. But first, maybe let me introduce the next speaker, which is the next governor, the district governor nominee designated of the District 1913, which is Mrs. Suchita Bulat-Pershing, and she will explain you more about what are the projects being done already in Croatia. What is the cooperation that I've been doing? Sorry, the Rotarians and the Rotaractors on field, in order to let us know more about what has already been done after this tragic event. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you very much, Astrid, Monica, Rotaractors, and all friends who have joined this live event. Thank you for allowing me to present the activities of District 1913 and what we have done so far after the devastating earthquake that has hit Croatia on December 29. May I have the slide number 2, please? Okay. by the time we start the presentation. Let me tell you, I'm sure it's also a case for you personally that the word challenging does not even begin to describe the last year that we have lived, both personally, professionally, and in Rotary or Rotract. But being people of action, extraordinary time gives us extraordinary possibilities and also responsibilities to act in new and innovative ways. And after the earthquake, we, by providing timely and concrete information, adapted and to the changes in the field, to the information that we have received, and managed to involve, mobilize, and motivate almost all Rotary and Rotract clubs in Croatia, but also from abroad. Next slide, please. So after the earthquake hit, only 50 kilometers away from Zagreb, that doesn't mean that Zagreb as capital is important, but that it was really close and it was felt pretty much also here. So the crisis team was formed and an outpour of humanitarian aid in kind began a few hours after the earthquake. This crisis team, Rotract played an important role. From the beginning, we exchanged information with our friends and helped each other in creating and sharing messages of humanitarian disaster, but also of unity of Rotary and Rotract acting together. And using our individual sets of skills, we found strength in our diversity. In helping others, we also helped ourselves, mostly because we were too busy to be worried. So, next slide, please. We were looking for ways to use the funds that we have collected in our district, but to rebuild not only the houses and the infrastructure, although we are using the Rotary Foundation funds for some of that, but first of all, to rebuild people's lives. And that's why we have decided to give away 250 scholarships to high school students from the earth-stricken area, because we think that would support their family with immediate financial relief, but also could stabilize the community in the long run. This was not the richest part of Croatia to start with. And primary school is mandatory, high school is not. We hope that this scholarship would help the students to stay in school and not leave and perpetuate the poverty of the region. So, next slide, please. I think that strength of Rotary lies not in preaching, but living its values. And these extraordinary times gave us the opportunity to live those core values, and they became more than just theory. So it's up to us, Rotarians and Rotractors, to include each other into our projects so that we can better support Rotary's mission to provide help where help is needed and to help us maximize and extend our reach. And one of the most valuable things in over 25 years that I've found through Rotract and then Rotary, what we receive is friendship. That is the most valuable thing, that we can, based on this friendship, receive also a structure, a frame of sorts to take action with like-minded individuals, and that we share common goals and values with. I thank you, Rotractors, for all that you do, for organizing this event, and for showing your support and being a generator and catalyst for change in Rotary. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Thank you very much also to be here. It's very dear to our heart to have this constant collaboration with Rotaractors and Rotarians. So we are also very happy to see already all the efforts that were here on field, and we'll never thank you so much again for all you're doing. And we're very happy to have the opportunity to help you here. So thank you for your presence today. And without any other waiting, we will introduce now a new panel. This panel will be composed of 3 people, which is Monica Takula, the actual district DRR district representative of 1913, which is a district of Croatia. Also, Filip Oreskovski, which is the DRR elect of the district 1913. And we will also have our dear friend Ivana Kosek, which is the country representative for Croatia of the Rotaract Mediterranean. Thank you very much, the 3 of us, to be here. And we will explain now more the action that we think on the field, how we came to it. Again, I remind, if you like our project, you have the link below that is here to emphasize where to donate. And don't hesitate to follow our social media and to donate after this event if you were convinced. So thank you very much. And Monica, if you want to start.
Thank you, Astrid, one more time for this great support and introduction. Good evening, everyone, one more time. I will speak up about the joint project, and the emphasis is on the keyword joint project of Rotaractors of our district and Rotaract Mediterranean team, which focuses on giving support to earthquake-affected area. As you already heard, the Croatian cities of Petrinja, Sisak, and Glina, with surrounding villages, were hit by a severe earthquake with a 6.4 degrees magnitude. And unfortunately, apart from enormous damage to building, roads, and infrastructure, this disaster has claimed human victims. As our natural call is to help others, Rotarians and Rotaractors of our district have responded immediately by firstly setting up a crisis team at the same day of the earthquake. Parallel, our crisis team of Rotaract Mediterranean also have begun at the same day of the earthquake with their work. These crisis teams are meeting almost every single day from earthquake until now and will continue doing so. Besides the meetings, our members are present directly on the field, providing urgent help and donations. Even the earthquake was 1 month ago, the people there are still facing heartbreaking moments, not being able to return to their homes, which have been damaged or destroyed completely. When we are talking about this earthquake, you must know that this area is generally one of the poorest in Croatia and it is economically devastated. The worst thing is that people there have already suffered the losses of their homes once during the war 20 years ago. So that is why we are talking about particularly sensitive area. Also, it has been fighting for years with a burning issue of constant migration of young people. The majority of population is elderly and young people just don't see opportunities staying there. In cooperation with local members of Rotary Club Sisak, we were firstly gathering information directly from the field and constructing a long-term and sustainable strategic plan. Members of our Rotary and Rotaract family have succeeded to detect the most needed ones. Those are children and young scholars of families who suffered the most and have lost everything in the earthquake. With the help of Rotaractors and Rotarians, and hopefully with your help as well, we aim to finance basic school supplies as school bags, notebooks, pens, calculators, the essential materials for as many children as possible, and most importantly, for those who need it the most. This scholarship project will provide us more information about the condition and needs of a family in the long run and actually will open the possibility of additional opportunities for help. So on this way, Rotary will have direct insight into the families and then they can attract more people to cooperate and respond to all needs of the families. This is like long-term scene of the project. Rotaract Mediterranean has gave a great assistance by launching a fundraising campaign to help children who have seen their daily lives directly affected by this disaster. Our goal is plain and simple: €50 worth supply for each child in need. And with only €5,000, we will be able to save these children whose homes have been destroyed by the earthquake. Education must not be a burden neither for scholars, neither for their families, especially in these devastating moments. Rebuilding the community of young people is actually our priority. To encourage them to continue their education undisturbed and give them actually a reason to stay. As Sunčica already mentioned, high school education is not obligatory. So we want to encourage these young scholars to see like the best way of continuing their life normally as possible. We are not here only for today, tomorrow, or next month. We are here to give them a long-term support, to tackle the most sensitive and affected ones, aiming that this action will soon transfer into a permanent sustainable project with one unique goal: protecting young people's right to equal education. Now, Ivana will tell us more about our cooperation with Mediterranean team. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica. Good evening, everyone, once again. My name is Ivana Kosec. I'm currently a member of Rotaract Club Rijeka and Rotaract Mediterranean MDIO country representative for Croatia. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about our connection with Rotaract Mediterranean. Firstly, I would like to thank them all because of their fast reaction and help. The main purpose of Rotaract Mediterranean MDIO is to develop international relationships and foster cultural exchanges between Rotaract clubs and districts all over the Mediterranean region. One of the goals is also to unite and support Rotaractors in their service and devotion in achieving better. Rotaract Mediterranean supports the Sustainable Development Goals of the UN, which address the global challenges we face, including those related to poverty, inequality, climate, environmental degradation, prosperity, peace, and justice. The area that was hit by earthquake was very poor even before these tragic events happened. We are all very thankful to all members of Rotaract Mediterranean. They contacted us and we organized a joint project. It all started with a phone call from Astrid as president of Rotaract Mediterranean to Monica, District 1913 Rotaract representative. The team was created. After a few meetings and arrangements, we started crowdfunding for high school students. We had many great ideas, but we wanted to make sure that money would go to the right hands. High school students from Petrinja, Sisak, Glina, and nearby villages do not have main supplies for their education in this moment because they have too much other issues. For that reason, we decided to help them and donate, so they have one issue at less. Rotaract Mediterranean suggested to host a live event based on their experience. We had many meetings and rehearsals, so this event could happen and all of us could be here. In the event description, you can find the link to crowdfunding page. I also invite you all to follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages, and also to follow Rotaract Mediterranean on their social media. We will post regularly to keep you informed about our action. We want to help high school students in need with these start packages fulfilled with school supplies, so at least they don't have to worry about their educational opportunities. With your help and donations, we can succeed. So once again, I invite you all to help us with your donations. Amount that you would spend for coffee means a lot to someone who lost their home in earthquake. Now Philip is going to tell us more about immediate steps after the crowdfunding campaign and our plans for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Ivana. Hello, everyone. My name is Philip, and I come from Rotaract Club Zagreb 1242. I'm also the current district Rotaract representative elect for my district. And as Ivana mentioned, I will step by step lead you for the immediate steps after the crowdfunding, the campaign ends, and also some of our long-term plans and how we plan to transition from immediate response to the long-term impacts. So let's start with the beginning. So we want to invite you all to donate, and I think that we can reach the goal of 5,000 euros that Monica mentioned earlier. The timeline is that we have until February. So I encourage you all to donate. You have the line, the tab downstairs with the link for donations, and you can also scan the QR codes on our pictures in events and our social media. After the crowdfunding campaign ends, we are planning to collect all the money and buy the school supplies in bulk, and then divide them into separate packages for the high school students that were affected by the earthquake. Let me just mention that it is very important for us that this project is implemented as transparent as possible. I personally like to know where all my donated funds and money will go, so we will keep you updated on our Facebook and Instagram pages about the progress of our project. Also, after this will only be the initial help for those students. We plan to establish a long-term connection with them, and with that connection, we plan to find out some other struggles or maybe challenges that they are facing in their communities, and plan some future targeted projects for them. So it is not just to help them with the school supplies, but also help them with their everyday lives in those communities. We also want to inspire them to make changes and to not give up on the education, which is very important for us. And also to make one new and strong generation that will stay in the affected area, not leave it. And also we want them to try and help others in this community and make it even stronger. So once again, I will invite you all to donate, and you have the links and the QR codes in our events. So I think that we now can move to the Q&A session. Astrid, do we have any questions right now in the event?
Yeah, so in fact, we have a question. It is about the content of the package. So it's to know more, if it's possible to know more about the content of the package. Yes. So
Okay, no problem. As I already mentioned, we wanted to be as transparent as possible, but we are planning initial package will supply the scholars for with notebooks, pencils, erasers, pens. Also, it will include the geometry set, and also the calculator and the pencil case. This is the initial package that we will be forming from the donations. And additional to that, if we manage to get some extra sponsors, we will then include those sponsored products in these packages. You're on mute, Astrid.
Yeah, thank you. Great. Okay. Thank you very much for the answer. We also have another question here. What are the different fundraising package proposed? Like, did you already thought about package or not?
Can you just repeat the question? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So it's the question like, what are the different fundraising package proposed? Like, is there a typical package that is discussed right now?
Yes, as I mentioned earlier, I mentioned the contents of one package, but in the crowdfunding campaign that we have posted on the link, there are several ways to help, and we made like 10 euros to support to create one package. It is like 1/5 of the package. Also 25 euros is for the half of the package, and if you want to donate the whole package, it's 50 euros. and 150 euros if you want to donate and supply 3 scholars with this package.
Okay, thank you very much. We have a question also from Ala that just is writing now. How are you identifying the students you will help? I can imagine that there is a lot of need right now. Thank you, Ala, for a question.
Maybe Ivana or Monica?
Thank you, Hala, for the question. So, in Croatia, we have like different marks, red mark, yellow mark, and green mark, and they are connected with the severity, actually, how much the homes are destroyed. So we will firstly focus is on those who have the red marks, whose homes are completely destroyed and are not usable for living anymore. And actually, the our offices, like authorities, have this list of these marks, so everything will be transparent and 100% we can everyone actually can access to check this information. So this will be our first and most important criterion to tackle the most actually sensitive ones who are completely without the roof over their head.
Okay, great. I have also maybe a question that everyone of you can talk on. This is more a question that I have, but what can you say to convince people to join our action and donate?
Thank you, Astrid, for your question. So, when we were thinking about this action, our main goal was to jointly put the effort to jointly actually show how can we with small steps, because this package is, if we divide it per a club, if only one club will ensure one package, like we will have a great story and great help. So we are going step by step that people give how they feel, but even with the small, and that's why also we have this division. You can help only with donating for pens, for school bag, or for only one supply, and when can we put it all together, we have this great project and cooperation. And that's why this our cooperation with Rotaract Mediterranean and our whole district, Rotarians and Rotaractors, is actually important, and only with strong together effort we can give the most to this affected area. So I would like to actually invite everything to join with a small donation to be a part of this story to help those people.
So yeah, thank you very much for your answer. Don't forget that you still have the donation link that is on the description, but also here below. So feel free to go and put a donation. And we thank everyone for their support. We have another question from Salva that is on screen. Were there any Rotaractors and Rotaract clubs in the area at the moment? And also maybe, Sunchitsa, now that you're here, we can also get the opportunity to have your answer on the Rotary side.
Of course, there is a Rotary club, one club in this earthquake stricken area, but no Rotaract clubs. But we are so close, not geographically far away, so that a few hours after the earthquake, Rotarians and Rotaractors just flooded the area with water, blanket, food, with immediate relief. And we are constantly, every couple of days, visiting and providing what is needed at the moment. But also we are making sure through the authorities, but also local media, radio stations, and social networks, that each and every student is reached. So we have contacted the school principals, and they have contacted the teachers who are in charge of the classes. So we are working also with a PR campaign, but also through the schools to identify each student who might be in need. And our primary goal is to help those whose homes have been damaged the most. After that comes academic excellence, at a number of children in the family, and other social criteria.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for the answers. It was very clear. Thank you. Oh, so before saying the other, the new question on the screen, I would thank very much the people who are starting to donate. I know that we have some people in the chat, like Luis, who tells us, "Congrats for your work. I just did my donation. Hashtag Rotaract. Hashtag District 41 100 and 41 and 10." So thank you very much for all the donation you can do. Thank you very much to supporters. I hope that you will make the path for a lot of others. So yeah, thank you very much. And continuing, also hoping with the donation, we will continue with the questions. So we have a question from Ahmed Selim, which is for the donation. Do you have already separate projects? And we have anyone that can do, and can we donate to a certain project? Or is it a one pocket project where you will after distribute the needs accordingly?
Okay, so far it is the one project, the joint project between the Rotaract Mediterranean and us for this school supplies, if you are asking about that. But there are separate packages inside this project that you can donate the amounts. But the all donated money in this project will go for the school supplies.
Okay, great. Continuing with the question, because it's great. A lot of people have a lot of questions, and we're very happy about that, guys. Feel very free to ask a lot of questions. So now we have a question from Mohamed El Shibini from Egypt to say, do you think there will be a number of cases where you will pay from educational fee instead of the tools? So I believe it's a very great question because it's something that we discussed together. I don't know who wants to put it, but it's a question about the educational fees.
I can say it. In Croatia, for high schools, we don't actually have educational fee. So that's why we decided to donate the school supplies. So it's actually some that we don't give just money to students, but we give them something they could really use and that would be useful for them in their education.
Okay. Maybe you want to comment a bit on that, or do we go for the next questions?
Yes, I can maybe add something about this question. As Ivan already mentioned, there is no fee or scholarship for the entering the high school in Croatia, but there are costs of books and supplies and maybe transition if they are living in some remote areas. And we wanted to supply them with that and give them some kind of kickstart and financial aid in the form of these school supplies, so then they don't have to worry about basic stuff for their school.
Okay, great. Amazing. So we have other questions. So how did you come to give, how did you come to the idea to give the donations to high school?
Maybe Monica can
Thank
answer
you.
that.
Yeah, thank you for this question. So we, as we already mentioned, we did we were assessing all the information directly from the field and collecting this information for a few weeks. So we were not willing to go so far with the conclusion what would be the most affected and most sensitive group of people who need the help the most. One information important to us when we were deciding was that we didn't want to put the money to actually renovate the homes because it goes to our country, and actually there is a plan that they will collect also the money from the European Union. So we were mostly focused actually on the people by themselves, and the young people are actually from one side. We need to give them hope. We need to give them actually a reason to stay there, because people usually go away from these areas, and if they feel that they are not heard in all this situation, it could be even more affected. So we decided that actually also connected with us at Rotaractors to put all effort on young people because they are actually the future. So this was our thoughts when we were thinking about the most sensitive. But also, as Sunčica said, we were in connection with the schools directly. A lot of schools are also need to be renovated and so on, but we wanted to tackle the most sensitive, most affected young scholars, and with these packages to ensure them that they have this start for a school, because on this way then they can put their money on some other things that they actually need for school. But these are the essentials. You cannot go into the school without a notebook, without a pen. And maybe it seems like it doesn't cost a lot, but actually when you put everything on the paper, if you have 10 subjects, 15 subjects, like it's usually the number of the subjects in Croatia. For every subject you need one notebook. For every subject you need extra materials. And when families have more children, like you can come to a big amount that actually is needed. It's essential, and in this way we will move this burden from the families, from the schools, because schools are not financing these materials.
Thank you very much, Monica, for your answer. So we're having a great message of support from Hala, which is saying our thoughts and prayers are with all the devastated families. Stay strong, and sending our love from Beirut. Thank you very much, Hala. And we're very touched by the fact that a couple of months ago, we were also very much working with the Beirut team. And I know that a lot of us behind your screen, you trusted us with the donations. And we're hoping that will trust us again today by donating and make sure that the project is well conducted on field. And it's we're broadcasting very few projects, but we thought it was very important to support after this natural disaster. Thank you very much for all the people who donate. Thank you also to Jacob that commented that is donated. I just saw that we received your donation. Thank you very much for District 1910. Also, just allowing myself a little comment. If you even saw this video after, don't hesitate to donate. So yeah. I believe we almost out of time, but we maybe can do small other questions. Is there a chance, it's from Clara Sabati, is there a chance to create support packages for children in kindergartens from that area? So I repeat the question, is there a chance to create support packages for children in kindergarten from that area? Yeah.
I believe probably there is a lot of groups that we can focus on. Everyone is actually in need. Our goal was small and plain. We said, let's collect at least 5,000 euros to support scholars. But if we have a chance to collect even more, we will cover more people in need. So for sure, all the suggestions or the support, it really means to us a lot. And thank you for all donations and all best wishes.
Yes, and if I may add just one thing, I think that the high school is a crucial point for a person in general, and we wanted to support those children that need help in this stage, and maybe with long-term efforts that direct them into going to the colleges and educate themselves and make the community that they are living in even stronger, and so they can support other people in their communities.
Thank you very much. So I'm checking right now. Not sure that we have any more questions. I just want to say maybe all the best wishes and support that we get in the chat. So all of support from Spain, remember, donate from Salva. We also have some other thank you message. So yes, so Aina De Sardo also say, thank you for this project. It is much appreciated. Sending big hugs from Croatia. So yeah, we're here really to try to support the people on the field and try to highlight a beautiful project that is done with Rotaract Croatia and Rotaract Mediterranean. And And yeah, without maybe also, okay, I'm reading right now. We have a message for B. Thompson that say, thank you for this event. I have donated. So thank you very much, Dan. Don't forget, even if the event is stopped, that will be the case in a couple of minutes. If you just rewatch this live, and I hope we will convince you, just please, we hope that you will donate and trust us for this beautiful project. So if there's no more questions anymore, I believe that we can jump to the conclusion of this event. It was meant to be a very short 45 minutes event, but our goal was really to highlight this project. So yeah, maybe if I can have also Monica on the screen with me, so we can talk a bit together. But I just wanted to say that it was really important to do that today for Rotaract Mediterranean. We all know that the COVID is very complicated at the moment. The COVID is a complicated situation. I know that a lot of clubs feel frustrated because they cannot really help on field, but here is the thing, like really, if you're a club and you're frustrated because you have the feeling that you're not able to do too many things right at the moment, just this is the perfect action. We just need to do a difference, a 50 euro per package per club. If your club or yourself, but even your club is supporting 50 euro to buy a package, you're already making a huge difference and helping to recover from a natural disaster. So I cannot more encourage you that to do the small talk with your Rotaract in local. Also, feel free to join the people from the District 19 funding that you saw today, especially Monica, or feel free to contact me directly or Rotaract Mediterranean in order to go to your clubs to talk more about this project. If you even want to fund several packages, let us know and we can even come to your meetings in order to explain the action. So we will be more than happy to give all the information for the people who want to support us and donate. So also, on another side, I would like to say that I thanks a lot all the team of Croatia that were very responsive, that were so much into the creation of this event and that really want to make a difference. I want to say to you that I mean all the Rotaractors and Rotarians are amazing, but it's really amazing to have the opportunity to work with Rotaractors that are so much devoted and want to do so much an impact on their community. And just to end, I would like to thank some people from the Rotaract Mediterranean team. Without them, this event would have never been possible today. So I would like to thank particularly Paulina Miel, which is our internal communication coordinator of the team, to thank Mariam Shili, which is our IT coordinator and that also put in place this amazing promotional video, and Jad Salam, which is our current vice president and incoming president-elect. So without those three people, it would have never been possible. And also a huge thanks to Ivana, our country representative of Rotaract Mediterranean for Croatia, that really helped to coordinate both sides and to make the link. So Monica, I give you the speech if you want to say a couple of words.
Thank you, Astrid. Yeah, I'm really happy how much actually Rotaract Mediterranean team help us and give us a great support on this event. For sure, without this, we couldn't do all this event. And thank you for being with us in these hard times to actually take your private time to give us support. And it's actually great message for our whole community, Rotary community, that we can count and rely on other clubs, on other districts, even we are miles and kilometers apart. So this means a lot to also all the affected people. Thank you, Astrid. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you, Jad. Thank you, Ivana. And thank you, Miriam. For the end, for all who are listening, I would like to say that actually buildings without people, they means really nothing. We need to give them hope. We need to support them and be with them. Thank you a lot, and I hope you will donate and support this great action.
Thank you very much, Monica. So for Closing also, because we just received a very late question. Will you keep us updated of the project? Of course, like we mentioned, and like we hope to do, and like we're doing with Beirut Stay Strong, of course, we will send you 2 documents. So a document at the half of the project when there will be the updated, some updates, and also at the end of the project when everything will be done, which will be the complete document. We can also you can also feel free to contact us to know more about your donation. So yeah, of course, we will not forget. And as it was mentioned earlier, but by Philip, transparency is the key. So you can trust us on the donation. We have a team very full of people, and we're making we pay huge attention to details. So really, you will be updated on what is coming. I can swear you on this. So thank you very much, everyone, to follow our event today. Feel free to watch it again and to donate if you were not able to be with us live. And also feel free to contact us. And to end with, we can share again our promotional video of the event that will come just right away after. So thank you very much for being with us today.